This is a disclaimer. I am not against any fan that is still with Jacksepticeye. If you still enjoy Jacksepticeye's content, I will not bash you, nor will I harass you about it. This is just my thoughts about Jack and, how his channel is doing. So, I won't be screaming about this shit, and I won't be upset. I'm just gonna give my criticism on how I now view his videos. So, well, I remember watching Jacksepticeye when I was young, and his content was probably one of the greatest I've ever watched before. I remember watching his FNAF series, and most likely his, Happy Wheel series. I used to enjoy those a lot back then. He usually had a catchphrase that I will remember in my mind up until this day. I remember him saying top of the morning, you ladies, and that was his catchphrase whenever he made a new video, and it just got me hyped. Of course, whenever you hear it, you always get this excitement from it, and you start to build up a lot of energy coming from that statement. And that is probably one of his best moments ever. But back on topic, his content was enjoyable, at least for me, and I usually liked it with every second. I remember watching his Eevee series, and that was pretty great. It was pretty hilarious, and it was, interesting. And then years later, I haven't watched his channel ever since, and I'm back here. And, you know, it his content is not really my cup of tea anymore. He usually didn't. He usually his original appearance from 2012. He was just wearing, a hat on his head, and later on, he would later have green hair, which personified him because that was his iconic look ever since he started making videos since 2014. And now his videos are not that interesting for me anymore because of the change in his content, and mainly because I don't there's not a lot of things he does anymore that's fitting for me now. If you still, enjoy, like I said before, then that is okay. But for me, I'm just a bit, I guess disappointed, mainly because it's not the same type of excitement anymore that he used to build when, I was watching his content. He's just in general just the way he talks now is just dull, and it's not really that great in my opinion. And I don't get the same excitement I used to get when I watched this channel from before. I don't get the same, oh, the top of the morning Gelati's kind of look. I just get, hi guys kind of look. I just get the whatever kind of look whenever I see him can make a new video, and I'm like, why? Now, I'm not hating him, and personally, I'm not bashing him on his content. I It's fine. He's still making content, and that's okay. However, I won't, and I will repeat myself on this. I won't watch his new videos. With this being the exception, mainly because I'm using this to relate to the topic. But getting back here, it's not really the same that it really used to be. Now, before any of this happened and before any of the 2020 stuff, he he made so many videos. I remember his Hello Neighbor series. That was amazing. It was pretty great. His Hello Neighbor series is another reason why I watched this channel. And now we have this. Now, before before all this happened, he usually he was usually the same himself. He was usually the same person. But now in 2019 and 2020, his content is quote unquote cringy, I guess, if you were to put it that way. Because mainly, I remember mentioning, I remember him mentioning something about every time he said gamers and every time he usually repeated gamers, it's just annoying. It's even shown in this video, but the way he talks now still and the way he acts is not really the same that he really used to be. If you look at it at a visual difference, you'll see like the different personalities and whatnot. Now I understand this version, this Jack right here, the new one we have. This is the current. This is the current one. This is how he acts now. He Before he was very exciting compared to the personality that was just generally, just think of it as like a fake persona rather. Again, I'm not bashing on him and I'm not trying to blame him or expose him for any of his acts or behaviors. But the way he acted and the way he, usually acts now, before he acted very excited, very hyped, and here he's just, eh. I mean, if he still has that same excitement, albeit it's not as much as it was back then. And this can be this can be said for other YouTubers that I haven't watched in many years. That goes for, if anyone has remembered Dan TDM, Yummy Mash, any of those YouTubers, you could possibly say the same for them, mainly because they have lost what they were, and it's just not really the same anymore. It's just whatever. But that is my video for today, and if any of you would like, a video, if you guys want to request a video, that's fine. On a YouTuber that I haven't watched in a long time, that's fine. That's okay. It's fine. How and you know, it's just how people are. But I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.